So today we're here with Bruce Duncan, Captain Swish, and we're talking about caring for caught fish.
Most important thing, it all starts right at the very beginning. That moment that fish is lifted on board the boat is to, first of all, you're going to keep it, we're going to icky it, to kill it quickly, which is humane, and when you drive the icky stack in, you'll see it tail twitch around, and also when its mouth is open, you know that that fish is dead. So hold it by just behind the eyes at the top of the gill plate there, then you've got control, preferably with a rag, you know, so it won't slip out, because if you drop that fish or let it bounce around anywhere, that's going to bruise the fish and minimise its longevity and taste and flavour. And also you'll see it by a red pigmentation on the flesh itself when you come to fillet it. So we've done that. But if the fish is going to be released, smaller fish perhaps, you know, we lift it on and I grab the top of the hook, and this is the advantage of using a decent sized hook like a minimum of 7 bar O's, that you can actually hold that top of that hook. You've got a rag in one hand, lay it there, and then you lay the fish upside down, and as soon as they're upside down they stop kicking. And if you hold it, and this is critically important for longevity of fish that are released, is that you hold them at the top of the jaw there, which is all bony. You do not want to hold them or squeeze them any area around their gut cavity, because their rib cage is very flexible and pliable, and that will damage their internal organs. Even though they swim away strongly, they are in shock for a start. All fish will be in shock when they're caught, but also they're going to be suffering from internal damage. So by holding that fish upside down, you can then remove the hook and simply look at the way the hook is curved. And if you reverse that curve there, it's going to make it easier to get out. And then once you've got it out, you've still got it held nicely, and then you lower it into the water. You don't throw it. Okay. Snapper, for example, do not leap out of the water. So all you're doing is, if people see it, it annoys the hell out of me. They throw them there, they slap on the water, they've damaged themselves, and it's pointless. Just gently release it. It's a treasure to go fishing, and we've got to respect what we've got. What I always do is I take my fish that have been ickied, and this is a frozen bottle, you just use any old bottle you want, throw it in there, and it chills down the water, helps chill the fish down, and when I've got enough fish in there, I'll transfer them into the chili bin and cover them with ice. But that's the best way to protect them to start with. Just put them in an ice slurry, and as I say, you don't have to use salt ice or anything. If you've just got frozen bottles, well, they do perfectly. See how he's close to the boat now? And what I'll do is, if you just move back a bit with the rod, I can then grab him, because I want a direct lift into the boat as one. Beautiful. So what I want to do now is kill him quietly and efficiently. So behind the eye back there, see his tail's kicking around, hit the nerve there, his mouth will open, and it's over. So we now have got a bottle of ice, salt water in there, put that on there, keep it chilled, you're perfect. Perfect. It's a beautiful. But again, fresh bait, see he's chewed down on that tail section the way we rigged it. Fresh bait, they love it. And because it hangs on so much better, it gives us a way better opportunity of actually hooking a fish. See how the mouth's come open? He's a dead fish, straight into the ice bucket. This one's sideways, you can tell by the weight. Pulling him up, he's foul hooked himself. So again, we take it pretty easy on them, less stress. Oh, let's double check to make sure 100%. So we're measuring from the nose of the fish against there, back to here, and he is just on 32 centimetres. But it's what I call a gopher. Goes back for a swim. Little fella there, and that's why we use 7s as a minimum or 8 bar hooks. You lip hook them, you don't gut hook them. Now to handle a fish correctly, maximum chance, is to lay them in a towel. Upside down they stop kicking. Just like one of my old girlfriends. So now I can reverse that hook out and that fish, sayonara. See you in 2 years' time when you're better size. In fact, if you could pass us that net, we might put the net under him. Yeah, look at that puppy. And that's what fresh bait does for you. So again, I'm never going to try and lift a fish like that. So what I do is I just leader him into the net. There's no reverse gear, so he can't go anywhere. I might have one of those beers. So look at that. So a fish like this, normally I'd be sort of thinking about letting go, but we want to put a few fish in the smoker, and that makes a perfect size. So one side of that fillet I'll share with someone, and the other side with someone else, and they'll get a couple of nice meals of smoked fish.
Right, cool. Thank you, Bruce.
No problem.